And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a game so small you can't even see it there. That's Avignon, A Clash of Popes. This is from Button Shy Games, who makes small wallet games that you can carry around with you. There are only 18 cards, and in this case, the game is technically only 12 cards. Some of the cards are used for other things. In this, you are two factions vying for control of people, trying to get them into your congregation. The theme doesn't matter, it's just a push and pull style game. Here's how it plays. In this game, there's 5 cards on the side here, which are essentially just there to keep track of where cards are. One person is playing Rome, the other person is playing over here, and you are trying to get 3 people into your congregation. There are 12 cards in a deck. There are 6 of 2 different types. So these are the different types that are out there: the peasant, bishop, inquisitor, cardinal, knight, and noble. And so you're going to randomly put 5 cards out. There could be more than one of the same type. And then players are going to take turns. The first person gets 1 action. After that, a player gets 2 actions on their turn. One of the things you do in your turn is you can beseech, which is just pulling a character 1 space towards you. You can chastise. You can push a character away from you. You can excommunicate. You can pick a character no matter where they are and put them in a discard pile, putting another character in that exact same spot. Or you can beseech, or petition. Petition means you do whatever the card says. So the peasant lets you push any character 1. The bishop pulls the bishop 1 towards you, and then one other person towards the other player. The cardinal, you push 1, and then all others get pulled 1 towards you, and that counts as both your actions. The petitioner pushes 2 other people, and then the knight comes back 2 towards you. And the inquisitor, you push him 1, and then you can pull 1 other person, or you can bring the cardinal 2 towards you. Does that sound confusing? It is a little bit. And you got to figure that these arrows don't matter. They matter only if it's facing you. So the rules say you can flip the cards towards you when it's your turn, so you don't get confused. Red arrows will always go towards your opponent. Green arrows always goes towards you. Once a card comes off on your side, it's part of your congregation. You'll replace it in that same column with 1 in the middle row. There's also an alternative way to win on the noble. If you get the noble and your opponent has the knight, you win. And if you have the noble and the peasant, your opponent wins. That's pretty much it. That's the whole game. Now, these cards on the side can actually be flipped over to make a long thing here in case you want to play with the cards like this instead. I actually tried this for my first game and found it to be very irritating to remember which way the cards were being moved. That means one player isn't as much of a disadvantage. It just puts both of them at a disadvantage. I just found these cards to be okay. This is, you got to have 18 cards in the game. So we have a card that shows you what all the characters do, even though it clearly shows you on the characters. And then we got these 5 cards. This would be, I think, better with a mat because, yes, I know where this card is, and here I know where it is. It just felt a little sloppy moving these cards around on a non-existent grid. Not the end of the world. The card quality itself is very well done, and I won't argue that there's no, the artwork's okay. It is weird to me that it's like bishop, faction, bishop. So that makes me assume there's expansions, because what else would be in faction bishop? The other thing that makes me assume is an expansion is because the rule book says something effective. The characters may have other conditions under which the game could end. And then it lists, for example, the noble. Well, the noble is the only one that has a thing. So why didn't they just say that? That makes me assume there's expansions, I guess. But everything fits in the little wallet, which actually looks pretty cool. But there you go. The Button Shy card game, which is an 18 card game that can be carried around on you, is an interesting concept. And I've played some amazing games in that concept, in that construct of sorts. This is not one of those for me. Now, this is a 2-player game only, and the theme is interesting, a clash of popes, having the popes try to get the people to come across. It's just that at the end of the day, I am bored to death with this game. I am, on my turn, taking 2 actions. Pull, push. Push, pull. Use as action. Pull 2 people. Push. You know what? You're not getting that character. He's out. New character in. And there's nothing interesting about it. At the end of the day, I'm going to pull and push. It's like a tug of war on 5 different cards. And I'm trying to get 3 of them to come to me, or I'm trying to do that alternate victory condition. And nothing about the game gets me interested in it. If you said, what's your favorite part of the game? I don't have one. I mean, well, I guess the way that the game can walk around and carry it, it's just so, and I looked online and there are expansions and stuff for it, and I'm thinking, do they offer more interesting win conditions? Is there different things? You know, this kind of game feels like it should be almost like a dance on the edge of a knife, like, ooh, I'm going to push this over here and move this here, but if I do that, then you can do this, so what should I do? I never had those kind of decisions. I was like, I'm either going to go for the one alternate victory condition, or just try to get a bunch towards me as fast as I can. I can move the knight quickly towards me. I'll do that with my 2 actions. Oh, you're getting that one close to your side. I'll pull him back. Oh, you did that to push him forward. Okay, I'll pull these back. Not once was I ever that fascinated by this game. You're not allowed to do the same action twice, so that's interesting. So if I push somebody, I'll pull some. If I pull someone, I might push someone towards you. I can't pull somebody twice, but I'll probably end up using one of the special abilities. And the special abilities were all very, very similar, as you saw. So, I don't know. I love 2-player games. There's a lot of them. I don't mind the fact that it's abstract. That doesn't bother me. But this felt like a game that was given to the Cosmos 2-player line, where they're like, hey, we got this idea of this pull-push type thing. And they're like, nah, there's just not enough game there. And so then it got relegated to this. And I looked online, and there are some people who really do enjoy this one, but it didn't do anything for me. So I still like the idea of the Button Shy games. I'm certainly going to try more of them, but I did not enjoy this one because all it felt was like a really slow, boring tug-of-war game, and I want something interesting to do over the course of the game, and it wasn't here. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Have fun gaming. Dice Tower Judgment, boring.